Hey John, this is just a recap of my platinum setup. This is the 4 hour chart, which means each of these little candles is 4 hours. You're looking way back from July. So, the reason I took this trade and how I set it up was I saw that the price didn't want to go past this channel and see right here, this upward channel, and also right here, price rejected along this ascending channel. This is a bullish impulse where tap, 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 tap keeps rejecting. So it was a bullish impulse move at the bottom of this channel, and so I went for it. And so now, where's platinum gonna go? By the way, this platinum is still going. So notice it doesn't want to break that trend line. Pretty cool, huh? You might see a pullback right here before the impulse continues up. And our next target would be here because, you see, this is why I pulled out, is right here. The last highest high, that was in December. I waited right here on my buy to come up to the last highest high, which is here, here, and here, just like a double M top, like right here. You see, it touched twice and retested. So right here, though, I pulled the money out of my trade here because I didn't know if it was going to shoot back down into the channel or not. Now, if I had 3 positions open, I should have took the 2 and left 1 to run up or come back down and just stop out in a little bit of profit. So moving forward, our last highest high was way over here, and this, what's going on here is the price. The price, if I draw a line here, like right here, this white line, it was going and going and going for a half a year, and right here it finally broke past this whole channel. This whole range got broken past just recently. So now that it did that, you can expect a little pullback before going back up, but once it broke past all this, it unlocked this range back up to here. So we're now unlocked in this range, and our next resistance zone to test is right here. So when this gets here, let's put a little arrow so we know what the fuck. When it gets here, you know, that would be about June 13th, but it could be sooner because look at the impulse of these candles. The market just might want to go ahead and retest soon. Hold on. Zia, she wants to play Mortal Kombat. Give me 5, please. Yeah, that's what you do as a trader, is you go to the strong support and resistance zones, and we could even check it out digitally on the daily. Yeah, you see this blue line right here? It's right there. This is an algorithm. So right here, when the price gets, this is the 1-day chart now, so each of these candles are bigger. They're on a daily, so they look smaller, but they're actually bigger. So yeah, go to here, and then from here, guess where I would sell to? I would sell back to this range. And will it continue down before coming back up? I don't know. So we would pull out here. And what I would do is this. Okay, she doesn't want to play. So what I would do is this. I would check the I would look at the fundamentals to see what's going on in the market with the platinum. To look at the projections, and right here, I love this. Okay, so all of your indicators, which you don't know nothing about, on the bigger time frames, are in a strong buy, and then on the weekly, strong buy. 5 hours strong buy. Hourly is going to start, getting neutral because we're having that little bit of a pullback, right? All right, right here. This red, we'll put that on the 4 hour. Yeah, you see that pullback? That's why the oscillators are acting up. So that's the play. We will wait till 1140, and then we'll come back in to range at this zone. And I would put a sell order in for here, one here, one here. And as these go down, all three of these go down, once we get to here, you would close out 2 of these and let the other one run. I would actually let it run longer and layer it properly down to here, because from there we can go look for buys. And so you want to catch the money down and up. But this impulse, like I said, it's best to have 3 entries in. That way we can layer it properly and just let it rock. And I'd put your stop loss right about, let's say the happy face is where we're putting, the wager. I would put the stop loss, where would I put it? Probably right here. Boom. That's it. There's your setup going into about a week or so into platinum. Boom. But moreover than that, just looking at the chart, the way the price works, is I would actually, there's some things we could look at here. Let's take this off. Your Fibonacci retracement right here. Let's say the impulse goes like we want it to the last highest high. From there, we're going to put our Fibonacci retracement to see 50% range. It usually will retrace 50% before going back up. So this is how we could track the price once it hits. So 50% would be right here. Boom. Just like I just showed you. Huh? I was like right on it. Yeah, right to the top of this last range. Now, we could try to follow the heat map too. So let's look at that. The pattern forecast, the price heat map. And this might take a second to load up. And it's going to show us the hottest zones on the chart where the price is touched the most, where it would go back to. So, yeah, the red here. Let's do it on the daily. Yeah, there's clearly room to come up to this area, but the pump is, once it impulses so much, guess what happens? What goes up must come down. So let's look at our RSI stochastic, which is going to show the market strength of the buying power. Let's see, support and resistance dynamics, stochastic RCI. So right here on the bottom, if we put this into the weekly, we're starting to see on the RSI that, notice this little dotted line here and this little dotted line here. When the price on the RSI, that's relative strength index. When it goes underneath it, it's undersold. When it goes above it, it's overbought, and it's going to relieve pressure. Like you see this now, it's going to come out, probably do something like this, come back out before going back down in the range on the weekly. So it's not overbought yet, and this is compared to how it's fried before. So once this is another indicator for when it gets to here, and this starts to touch right here at about 100. Yeah, when it gets to about 100, would be a safe zone for the sell pressure to start coming back into this range here, this normal price range, and not these extreme ranges as far as the relative strength of the day-to-day buying and selling. Last but not least, just remember, who's actually controlling the markets here? Is it the big banks? Is it something overseas? No. It comes down to this guy right here. This is the culprit.